Hey everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we're going to be drawing Muzan from Demon Slayer. I have another Muzan drawing, but it's kind of from the manga and it's not the sort of anime version with the hat and all that kind of stuff. So let's go. I'm on landscape orientation paper. Use a pencil and an eraser and hit that pause button if I move too fast for you. So let's go. Center point of my page, about here. Come up a small little bit, leave enough room for his hat and stuff. And we'll start with his eyes, right? So we'll go diagonal, up, across to there. And then we just thicken this up, right? And in Demon Slayer, they're quite thick eyelashes. They're like really thick. So you just make it a thicker sort of line. It comes down to kind of a point back here. You can have like extra little lines sticking off. And then we'll do the bottom eyelid. So we real thin eyes, right? So we go down there and then across underneath the eye and up around to there. Okay, so real thin, sinister looking. And then his iris, so we can just see two curved lines inside the eye between the eyelids, just here. And then he's got those cat-like eyes, so just like these sorts of thin lines. Right, like so. You're thinking cat. And he does have like veins and things coming off, right? So just some lines coming out like so. Like that, so kind of just these sort of diagonal lines coming out from there. Right, so our other eye, just over here, we go up again, diagonal, and across. Okay, and we're not quite eye width, right? So in Demon Slayer, the eyes are kind of bigger than standard, right? So the width of his eye will come across just the tear duct area, right? So you can nearly fit an eye inside, but not quite, right? So the eyes are kind of just bigger, that's all. And then we'll thicken this up. Right, like I said, they don't have to be exactly the same on both sides either. So one could be slightly more curvy, one could be straighter, you know. And then his bottom eyelid comes down, across to there. Real thin again. That's the main thing you're thinking, just real thin eyes. And then the iris and the pupil inside, so we just do these sort of curved lines because we can't see the whole eye because his eyes are so thin. And then that sort of cat-like straight line eye. Like so. And we add some veins. Like that. And then we do his eyebrows. So he's real slender sort of eyebrows. So you just do this sort of check mark or tick mark. It just goes back this way, right? And then we thicken up the top and it gets real thin at the back. And you can color it in black. Right, so then our other eyebrow, similar. So we do this sort of tick back that way. And then we want to thicken up this end. And real thin at the back. Okay. And then we can add some sort of eyelid lines just in here. So just curving around his eye, down in towards his nose. Like same on this side. So, and in Demon Slayer, they're kind of sketchy sort of lines. They're not sort of drawn in full lines. Some extra hatching lines here. So then his nose starts coming down from the eyebrow here. So it'll just go sort of diagonal down this way. Right down like that. Just on the right. And then we'll go straight down then. Here, maybe a bit of a shadow on the inside. So you just like thicken up that line there. And then we can see a nostril over here. And then extra shadow coming around. So this kind of curves out here. And then they actually draw in the shadow. So it comes out around, down. And then it goes back in underneath his nose here. And sort of joins it there. So that's unusual. They actually draw in the actual line for the shadow. And there's like a darker shaded portion in there. Right, so then his mouth. So I always like to say the lips are like a stretched out letter M, right? Or the handle of a bow and arrow, right? So what I mean is this comes up, down, up again, and down to there, right? And sort of at the corners you could have sort of some extra dots just to show he's got cheeks. Right. So like the letter M sort of like pulled out. The legs of the letter M kind of pulled out this way. And then he's a shadow underneath his bottom lip. So you just do sort of a curved line here. And it's a bit of a triangle, like a curvy triangle just back down there. Curved line just down here, relatively pointy sort of chin. Just there. And then if you want, you can check your proportions of things. So eyes to nostrils, so like the nose there, is about the same as nose to chin, right? Eye to nostril, about the same as nostril to chin. And then nostrils to bottom lip line, about the same as bottom lip line to chin, right? So that's your proportions roughly for his face, right? So then we'll go up the side of his face for his jaw. So he's got a bit of a tricky jaw now because it's like gradually curved. So it goes gradually up like so. Okay. And it doesn't go up as far because he's got his hand on his cheek on this side, right? So you just got to curve this sort of not all the way, right? We're just going to leave this finished because his fist is here, okay? So we can't see it all, right? If you want, you can draw his jaw and rub it out after, but there's no real need, I don't think. Right? So then, right, so we've got like hair coming down from where his hat is, right? So he's got like a hat line that comes across the top of his head. So, big long hat. Where does it start? Let's say out here, right? It's kind of crinkly, like so. Goes back out this way, right across the eyebrow. So it comes down to like a point here, and then goes out back the other way. It's real wide, right? And then we have hairlines coming down from this, so coming down the side of his face, curving around here, kind of curly sort of hair. The other side of this sort of hair spike comes down like so. And then we have another one in behind. Like that, and maybe some of that sticks out in here. And then on this side, so we'll go down around again. Again, we're not going to go the whole way because we got his fist here, right? So we'll just stop about nose level. And then we'll do the other side. So we'll sort of come out around. Another curly, maybe another sort of bump out here. Right, so then we can see his ears, a little bit of his ears just in behind. So just these sorts of curved lines here. Right, so we'll finish his hat. So bring it back in this way. So for the edge, into there, might thicken up maybe just this front line. It's a bit thicker in the picture I'm drawing from. Right, and then the top of his hat, so it'll go diagonal up this way, up like so, and then it sort of comes around like this, and it's kind of crinkly. It looks like it's like made of soft sort of fabric. Comes around like so. And then the inside line of that will come around, and it'll sort of bend down in the middle, back up, down to there. And then we got like some lines for the inner part there. Then he has a black portion coming across the front. So again, down to a point and then back up the other side. And then we do that same line again over there. And it looks like there's like a line maybe going down the hat here. Right, so we'll do that hand and the fist and then finish his body, right? He's kind of sitting in a chair. He's kind of relaxing, okay? So we'll do this sort of, the knuckles here, right? So we'll start here. So we go out, there, down, there, another one, out, down, 3 knuckles. And then this one goes down longer because we can see the back of it. And this kind of curls around, right? There. So this is his little finger. So we got like some skin folds here. And the rest of his hand kind of goes in that way. So at the top of this finger, so we go diagonal up here. And then a knuckle there. And then this will go around real big. And this could be like a knuckle line just there as well. And then the back of his hand will go down like so. Bump out for his wrist bone and then down there. Then the other side of his hand back into there like so. And so that's like the general shape. And then we have some more fingers just in here. So this finger goes up like so. Another one here. Another knuckle line curves around the top. And then this comes up here. Maybe like some knuckle lines, back of his hand sort of lines coming down. Like that way. Right, and then shirt sleeve just here comes across the wrist down to there. And then jacket sleeve curves here and then comes down sort of bumps out every now and then for folds of his clothing, like so. And you can do some fold lines if you wanted, just going that way. Okay, so we can see some more of his body over this side. So we got his neck, just comes down like so. And then his shirt will go diagonal down there underneath his chin and down into his tie, and then the other side here. Then we can see a shadow just underneath his chin, just a small sort of black shadow. Like so. And then, so shoulder, so suit sort of jacket comes down. Again, kind of same fabric, sort of like his hat, right? So this outside of the jacket, you know, those lapels and things that are inside, down like so. And then the inside comes down like that. And then the other side will go down like so. Right, and then we have like his tie in the middle. So we have the top knot, curved line across, 2 down the side, and then over the top here. And then we bring this down around, like so. And a sort of line coming down the middle. Right, so then his shirt comes down to there. And something similar on the other side. Comes down to there. You could have like a fold line or 2 if you wanted. And then this sort of stuff on the other side as well. So bring it out there and then up to there. And it should maybe come back in. Going up to his shoulder, I'd say here. Then suit jacket, shoulder coming out that way. We've got like some bumps and stuff just here. And then we bring it down, another bump here, and another one there. And then like his armpit lines, just there, and some more folds and stuff. And in Demon Slayer, you know, sometimes the outside lines can be thicker than the inside lines. The outline of the character can have a thickness to it. Totally optional, of course. Right, so, and we can just see like some of his shoulder back here as well. So like some of his other shoulder pad of his suit jacket, just like out here. And he's sitting in a chair, right? So we might as well draw in the chair. So just so we can get a clear sense of why he's sitting like this. So this like curves around here. And the other side, he's kind of leaning to the left of the chair, so the other side is kind of bigger. Like this. So it's kind of like a really curved back. And then there's like red fabric on the inside. So you just go around that shape again. Boof, and then a middle line. Like that, and we go middle line again. Like so, and he's like some stretch lines for the right, sort of stuff like this. Okay, but that's it. That is how to draw Muzan from Demon Slayer. Hope it's helpful, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.